I don't have any bills now. I bought this little shed for $8,000. I made it into a house. Check out the inside. It's not finished just yet. The house is completely off-grid, so electricity comes only from these solar panels. But now I have no electric bill. Here's the batteries that run the house. But I'm in the sticks, and no water lines run this far out. So I have this big water tank. It gets rainwater from my roof. Now I have no bills. The electric's free, the water's free, and my house is paid for.
I didn't pull this video for the video. I pulled this video for the top comment on the video. When I was a kid in the 1970s, I thought people would be living like the Jetsons by the 2000s. Little did I know that by 2024, the vast majority of people would be looking at a guy living in a shed with envy. Really puts things in a fucking perspective, don't it, you know?
I don't have any bills.
Dude buys a shed, hooks it up to a fucking septic system in the middle of the fucking woods, buys some solar panels. Like, look at this guy. Look at this fucking house he's living in.
House is completely off-grid.
It's a fucking shed.
So electricity comes only from these solar panels.
Oh, yeah. And everyone in the comments is like, wow, you escaped debt. This is amazing. I wish I could. This is a goal that we now aspire to. That's where we are. That's where the fuck we are now. Looking at a guy in a shed in the woods with some solar panels that fucking bathes in rainwater, and we're like, ooh, man, this guy's got it fucking figured out. The American dream has turned to fucking ashes in our hands. We're just looking down at it, like, as it crumbles and falls through our fingers, like, no! People used to dream big about being, you know, entrepreneurs and, you know, amassing some kind of fortune, having luxury and being able to afford anything that their heart desires. And now people are just like, well, I ain't got no bills because I live in the woods. And that's where we are now. Looking at that with like, maybe, you know? The American dream is fucking dead. It's fucking dead. Or at the very least, it's changed. The American dream has changed into something sad. A sad shadow of what it once was. Hey, if you like this clip, you might like the full stream, which I do every Sunday, more or less, over on the Pessimist Productions Patreon, link down below. Thank you kindly. Hell, it's a goal of mine. The farther away from the bullshit, the better. I'm not making fun of this guy. I'm not saying this dude is pathetic. I'm saying that it's pathetic that we've gotten to the point where his lifestyle appeals to us. Because, yeah, it does seem like, wow, this guy's really escaped a lot of the bullshit. Well, why is there so much bullshit that this is now the standard? This is now what's preferable. I live off the grid. I got me some solar panels. I collect the rainwater, what to wash my ass crack in. I got a shack. I got me a fucking septic tank out here. And wow, man, I ain't got no bills no more. I ain't gotta work no job no more. Like, you go travel back in time to like 75, 85, somewhere around there, 95 even. Travel to the fucking center of any of those decades. And this guy, you know, I mean, there would have been some appeal to this lifestyle, especially if you're just like a curmudgeon, I hate people, whatever. There would have always been some people that envied this guy. But back then, there would not have been a mass movement of people like, yeah, this guy, I think he's got something figured out. Now, there's legions of people like writing shit down like, yeah, okay, gotta get me a big rainwater tank. Need about 6 big old solar panels. This is where we are. This dude in 1995 would have been considered a fringe weirdo. Living out in the woods with a fucking self-sustaining thing because he doesn't want to pay bills, that would have been seen as like, he's a little nuts. Now, it's the rest of us who are fucking nuts for putting up with this shit. And he's doing the rational thing. He has the reasonable response to the fucking corner we've painted ourselves into. As a country, as a people. There are ways to live off the grid. Sounds fun to me. I mean, who wouldn't be unless you are currently part of the 1%, unless you are currently part of the top echelon of American society, who the hell wouldn't that appeal to? Living off the grid, paying no bills or very minimum bills. Living this lifestyle. Who would that not appeal to at this point? Other than the super rich, the people who have already won at this system and will not let anyone else win. Because to the average working class person, this is pretty much the new American dream. Hey, maybe I could eke something like this out for myself. Maybe I could buy a fucking couple acres of land way out in the fucking woods somewhere. Buy a fucking shed, like a big shed from Home Depot. Convert it into a house. Buy a big rainwater tank. Get me some solar panels. Get me a septic system, or jig me an outhouse, or whatever the fuck solution I can figure out. And now I'm living the new American dream. The American dream that maybe feels like it's almost attainable. But even this shit seems hard to attain for a lot of people, because you still got to buy that land. You still have to be able to afford solar panels, and those things aren't cheap. You still have to be able to afford that shed. You have to afford the materials to convert that shed. You have to have vehicles capable of transporting that stuff. So you still have to have some kind of fucking money to even do this. But at least it seems like it's in the ballpark realm of maybe I could get there. There's not much good land left. I don't think this guy got good land. I think he just found some land and set up shop. I don't think this dude is living on some prime real estate with this shit. I'm pretty sure he found whatever chunk of land he could. And if you look at his solar panels here, you can see they're all mismatched. So I'm pretty sure this dude has some like used solar panels because they don't all match each other. These two look like they match. Then this is a totally other design. That one looks like it might be a totally different design. So this dude's got a bunch of used solar panels. I don't know what kind of septic system he has or if he just dug an outhouse. But this is the new American dream. This is the new thing to aspire to. This is the new cost calculus we're all going to be doing. Because, you're not going to be able to retire. That's off the table for most people. Retirement's fucking dead. So it's either work towards something like this or just cradle to grave, work forever, and fucking try to pay your rent when you're 78. Once again, I'm not making fun of this dude. I am not saying what this dude is doing is pathetic at all. I think this dude has got some shit figured out. I look at this and I'm like, not bad. But why am I looking at it like that? It's not because it's actually great. It's not because it's actually something like worth aspiring to. It's because everything has gone to such shit that this now seems appealing. Something that if you fucking presented to me in 1995 or 2005 or even 2015, I'd have been like, fucking blow it out your ass. But in 2024, I'm looking at it like, I don't know, maybe, how much are solar panels, Our standards they've diminished to ash. Our standards are fucking down here now. So this up here, like, hey, you can sustainably exist at about this level. It's like, whoa, that's awesome. I can't wait. It didn't take long. It snuck right on up on us. This is the new fucking American dream. A shed in the woods with some solar panels. We're not living in the sky like the Jetsons, folks. We're not living in any of the the brave new worlds we were hoping for. Like, like most dystopias, most future like you look at the Blade Runner universe or something, you know, like, oh, it's a hellish nightmare escape full of, you know, neon advertisements and artificial, you know, beings that are used as like a underclass, and, you know, everything is polluted and decaying and miserable. That looks better than where we're at now. Even that's like, wow, I wish we could get there.